Kenyans. See, those who are struggling, those who are suffering. This is an issue. The policies that the government makes directly affects those who are struggling Kenyans. That's why I'm saying it should not be blockaded cases like we are seeing these days, like the meeting that was here in Kenya about the climate justice. It was another blockaded conference talking about the issues of poor people, about Africans, but actually Africans are not consulted. Actually, the poor people are not consulted. Actually, the poor people are not allowed to air their views, their grievances. This is the problem with this country, the problem with this system. And this is what I would love us to change. And I believe it's time for us to bring, somebody said that a time will come when all the media will be owned by the rich. And so it will be impossible for poor people to have an informed opinion.
You've gained the notoriety of disrupting the speeches of the dignitaries, and today you are here. Who funds your activist work?
I'm not funded by anybody, and that is an impression I'd love to come to an end. I hear people saying that, and even police, when they arrest me, they ask me who has funded me. But one thing I want to tell Kenyans is that you do not have to be funded to stand up for what is right. You don't have to be given money to stand up for what is to speak about the wrongs or the evils happening in our society and in our day. And that is one thing that has made Kenyans to be people who cannot come out and hold their leaders to account. That's the problem we have. Yeah, and so I'm encouraging Kenyans, let's come out together, let's come out and speak about these issues. It's about, unless we come out and dissect these issues, there's no way we get a solution. Because we cannot expect the same people who have created problems for us to be the same people to come up with a solution for these issues. It's impossible. It cannot happen.
Are you trying to foresee the outcome of the petition that is ongoing?
I believe, okay, the petition, I don't know what the outcome would be, but I don't know it will be, but I believe it will not be of much effect to the so-called common people, the common Mwananchi, because unless, okay, as long as the system is there, the system that is in place is still in power, we cannot get change that will radically change the lives of the people who are suffering, people who feel that they've been sidelined by the system for so long. So I believe it's time for us to have a conversation started by the poor people, not by politicians, led by the poor people. A conversation that will talk about why we are poor in our country, majority of us, 60 years after the so-called independence.
So you are not in any way preempting the outcome of the petition?
No, I'm not preempting, but what I'm saying is that I believe this is one, okay, this is a very small issue in a sea of very many issues that we have refused to address. So unless we see that these issues are all connected, and we come out and try to find the root cause of our problems, because the root cause of our problem is corruption, which we have allowed to drive for all these years. And corruption is a very bad thing. It has caused too much damage, too much pain, and to our people and to our country.
What are the highlights of your activity, your activity?
Stand up and destroy the lies that we have been taught for all this long. We have been brainwashed for so long, and the problem is we do not seem to be concerned about coming out and fighting the truth. So I'm calling upon this generation. Let's become the generation. First, this issue of tribalism. If we end tribalism in Kenya, we shall be able to also address the issue of bad governance in Kenya and in Africa. And I think it's happening. African countries, African people are waking up. You see coups in West African countries. Those are happening. It's because people have realized that there is an external hand or a hidden hand that controls the affairs of Africa. The West is still in control of our resources. The IMF, the World Bank, and all those other.
So are you advocating for military
Okay, I don't think a military revolution will help because these people have been there, the military and all that. The same thing is happening in countries like Niger and Gabon, and still we see things are not being addressed. So what I'm saying is a people's coup or a people's revolution. I mean, and that revolution must happen in our minds, must happen in our hearts. I mean, we must change our mindset as Africans and come together and say we must deal with the lies that we've been taught for so long. We must deal with what happened during independence, because I believe colonialism did not end, but what happened is just it's the color of the skin that changed. These people are still white people in black skin. This is the issue we must come out and address and tell our people. Being so man needed change in our generation. Change like that is inevitable. The only law, constant law, is the law of change, which states that everything is immutable. So we have got to stand up and know that any system made by men can be changed by men. Yes, it can. Yes, we can, and we must stand up and do that. No man can give you freedom. No man can give you justice. No man can give you equality. But if you're a man, you have got to take it. I think for so long, you have been denied our God-given human rights in this country, in this land. We are the natives. Yes, we are the natives of this country. And the natives are getting restless with this system called neo-colonialism, which is nothing but colonialism in another name, which is slavery in another name. We are still slaves in our land.